Great reads. Hi, I'm Gary Lovisi, and this time we're going to take a look at some books that are science fiction, fantasy, and horror. And I've read all of these, and I've really enjoyed them. Some of them I've read a while back, some of them I've read a few years ago. But they're all terrific books that stay in my mind and memory, and I always have good feelings when I think about them because they're really great stories. First one is Interstellar Pig by William Slater, and this came out in a paperback from Bantam Books in 1986. And the story on this one is that Barney is staying at a house, and it's William Slater writes juvenile science fiction, where young people are the protagonists. Like Heinlein wrote juvenile science fiction, but that doesn't mean that it's for children or kids. It's just that the heroes are younger teenagers and stuff. And this one, Barney is a teenage boy who lives in this house, and in the guest house, three strange people have rented the house, and he finds out that they're kind of odd people, but interesting, and they have a game called Interstellar Pig that they play, and he ends up playing it with them. And it turns out it's kind of a Risk for the universe. It's if you know the game of Risk, world domination. Well, this is universe domination and trying to get the interstellar pig to control the world, control the universe. So he's playing the game, and he realizes, like after a little while, that it's something strange is going on, that it's not exactly a game. It's like real, and he's like representing Earth in this this intergalactic war game for control of the universe. Really good story, really good characters, great book. Next one is by Guyan Smith. This is a British sphere book from 1991. It's actually signed by Guy Smith. And this one is it's festival week in Lichfield in the English countryside, and there's groups of people coming to this festival. All kinds of hippies and people that are into black magic and all kinds of stuff. And the guy in the black fedora is named Haggard, and he's the hero of this book. And it's a terrific book. It's a really good. It's a little supernatural, a lot of mystery, crime, and just suspense. Guy Smith is known for a lot of great horror books, and of course the Crab series, Killer Crabs, and those were great fun books. And this is a really good book. The Black Fedora, Haggard, the man in the black fedora, is a terrific character, and it's just a great read. Fantastic book. The Quest for Symbolism by Michael Shea. That has a George Barr cover. That's Door book number 88 from 1973, I believe. This is a kind of a sequel to Jack Vance's The Dying Earth. In 1950, Jack Vance was writing a whole group of stories about the dying Earth in the future. Terrific fantasies in the Clark Ashton Smith Lovecraftian kind of style. A lot lighter than Lovecraft, but in the more Clark Ashton Smith kind of horror and fantasy. And those stories were collected into the book The Dying Earth, which was originally a Hillman book in 1950, which became an instant collectible book at that time. And years later, Jack Vance continued with The Eyes of the Overworld, and the stories chronicle the adventures of Kugel the Clever, who is a kind of a character who gets involved with wizards and all kinds of really weird situations and things that happen, and it's like magic and all kinds of things, and it's just great fun stuff. And A Quest for Symbolism is a continuation of Kugel's adventures by Michael Shea, and he really captures Jack Vance's style and his the character and everything. So it's like really, really terrific. And of course, the George Barr cover art is just great. I mean, it really gives you an idea of the fantastical, whimsical, wild kind of stories that these the two Jack Vance books and then this Michael Shea that continues the story give you, and it's a great read. One of my favorite is well, they're all my favorites, all of these. That's why I picked them, because I wanted to talk about them for so long. I think these are just all great books. Mind Swap by Robert Sheckley. This is a Dell book, 5643, from first paperback printing from 1967, American paperback. The British paperback I had, and I don't have any more, but it's got a terrific, incredible cover of the alien that Mind Swap is involved in. So what happens is Flynn, in the future, what you do is if you want to go you don't have to go to another planet. What you can do is just have your mind switched into the body of another alien being. So he does that. He makes arrangements to have his mind swapped into the body of a Martian, and he becomes this Martian. He wakes up, and all of a sudden he's like this huge ogre creature, pig, human monster. He doesn't realize like what he's become, and he ends up in all of these incredible adventures and spy situations and stuff, and it's just an unbelievable book. Sheckley it's by Robert Sheckley, and Sheckley was a master at telling really just terrific, fantastic science fiction stories. And this is, I think, one of his best book, Mind Swap. This is the American version. The British paperback has such a great cover. I wish I had it. I'd show it to you. But I think that's one of the ones that was lost in Sandy, Hurricane Sandy. But this is a great book, great read. Very similar, but really, really good is Who Goes There? By Bob Shaw. Bob Shaw was a British science fiction author. He was a fan for many, many years, and then started writing science fiction stories and then novels. And so a lot of his books are just really great. I mean, he's just so underrated as a science fiction writer. This one is just really, really funny. I mean, it's really a cool book. The hero is a guy named War and Peace, and we'll play on War and Peace. And the thing is that in the future, a couple of thousand years from now, there's a Galactic Legion, and you can join the Galactic Legion to fight the enemies of civilization or whatever. So then the thing is that the people that join the Galactic Legion are generally like they want to forget, like the French Foreign Legion. You join up because if something happens, you're a criminal or you're trying to run away from something, and so you join the French Foreign Legion. Well, this is like you join the Space Legion, and what happens? They wipe out your memory, that little part of the memory that you want to forget. The trouble with War and Peace is he doesn't remember anything at all about anything, and they say it's like, you must have been some real SOB if they wiped out everything in your mind. And from there on, he has to go and try to figure out like what's going on, who he is, what his mission is, and the whole who he's fighting. And it's just an incredible, great story, a lot of fun. Next one is came out in 2012. It's a great book, and it's Red Shirts by John Scalzi. John Scalzi wrote the Old Man's War series, and has written a lot of really good science fiction. He wrote Agent of Space, which is another great fun book. But this one's pretty fun. It's hilarious. Red Shirts. It's a takeoff on what we all Star Trek fandom knows about. Where the guys in the red shirts on the original Star Trek TV show were always the guys that get killed. Those are the guys that they go down to the alien planet, and it's the guy in the red shirt that gets killed. So Scalzi, put together this novel, which is like based on that kind of weird off-the-wall premise, and then turns it into a really interesting and fun science fiction novel, which actually works. I mean, one of the guys on this interplanetary patrol ship notices that the captain and the doctor and the second officer and the engineer, when they go down to the planet, they never get killed. But whenever it's a dangerous situation, it's always like a guy, and he's got a red shirt on. He's just like, and he realizes, like, oh, what's going on with this? And the story is just terrific. It's really, really good, and it's really well done. Really well done. They're supposed to make a movie out of it. I hope they do, but if they do, they'll probably destroy it. But it would be nice to see it as a movie. But Scalzi's great, and this is a really fun book. All these books are really fun. They're funny. They're interesting. They're smart. They're really great. Next one, and this is from Quirk Books from 2010. Is Night of the Living Trekkies. It's a kind of a Star Trek, kind of a it's a zombie book, and what happens is a military guy who's a Star Trek fan goes to a Star Trek convention, and it turns out that some kind of a virus gets loose and it turns people into zombies. So you have like the hotel is the epicenter of this zombie apocalypse, and all the people dressed in Star Trek costumes, and with and it just has everything. Like, just if you're a Trekkie fan, you're gonna love it. If you're a zombie fan, you're gonna love it. If you hate Star Trek or zombies, you're gonna love it because it's funny. I mean, it's so funny. And this like even got the competition between like the Star Trek fans and the Star Wars fans, and how they never the twain shall meet, and they're fighting each other, and then they're turning into zombies, and there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on, and it's like it is a pisser. It is a really, really good book. It is by, I should give the author's name. It's Quirk Books from 2010. It's Kevin David Anderson and Sam Stahl, and the cover is by Glenn Orbeck, who does a lot of covers for Hard Case Crime. And this is a great book. This they should make a movie out. In fact, all of these books they should make movies out of, because you have material here in these books that's just terrific. I mean, these are really entertaining, fun, funny, and interesting. I mean, these are really well crafted stories, and you can't go wrong with any of these. I've read all of them. Some of them I've read maybe many years ago, and it's just like, I would recommend any of them to you. If you see something you like, give it a try, because I think you can't go wrong with any of these books. And with that, I just want to say thanks for looking, and give us a thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed this little look at good reads. Good reads in science fiction, fantasy, and horror. Not all the good reads, but just a few that I want to pass on to you, that I recommend, and that have given me pleasure for a long time, and I hope that you'll enjoy them. So thanks for looking. See you next time.